Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivadari Gaur Bhatta Vrinda Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivadari Gaur Bhatta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Iskcon founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki
Jai.
Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki
Jai.
Prem Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda ki
Jai.
Shri Shri Radha Krishna Lokaloka Shankar Radhakund Giri Govardhan ki
Jai.
Vrindavan Mayapur Dham ki
Jai.
Gamaya Yamanamaya ki
Jai.
Sri Maharani Bhakti Devi ki
Jai.
Yugadharma Harinam Sankirtan ki
Jai.
Kuching Yatra ki
Jai.
Bhakti Yatra ki
Jai.
All glories assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Glories to assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. All glories Shri Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad.
Hare Krishna, Prabhus, Matajis. Hare Krishna, welcome on behalf of our temple president, His Grace President Krishna Das Prabhu. I welcome everyone to our special program for second day. Yes, we are very blessed, Iskcon Kuching, to have His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasa Nrsimha Swami Maharaj ki Jai. So today Maharaj going to narrate to us the second day. Okay, so Maharaj will continue Bhagavad Gita class, give Bhagavad Gita class to all of us, alright? So, after that we have Prashadam, Hare Krishna.
Radha Madhava ki Jai.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachayane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschacharyat Satani Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're continuing with Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, Opulences of the Absolute, or Vibhuti Yoga, text number 27. Uchai Shravasam Atvanam Uchai Shravasam Atvanam Vidimam Amritat Bhavam Vidimam Amritat Bhavam Vidimam Amritat Bhavam Vidimam Amritat Bhavam Airavat Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Very nice writing. Good writing, yes. Get you a job in the office. Chant.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Uchaisvarakam asmanam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Vidimam amurkabhavam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Airavatam gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Namam cha naratipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Yes. Young boys.
Uchaisravasam ashvanam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Yes, young boys.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Naranam cha naradipam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Uchaishrava samashvanam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Vidimam amritadbhavam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Airavatam Gajendranam.
Naranam cha
remembers what we chanted yesterday? Who remembers the opulences yesterday? We were talking about, remember, trees? And which tree does it represent? Which tree represents Krishna?
Banyan tree.
The banyan tree, right. And then they were talking about rishis among the demigods. Yes, good. What else did we talk about? So what's Lord Kapila? Who is Lord Kapila?
Son of Devavati.
Yes. What philosophy did he teach? Sankhya. Yes, Sankhya philosophy. So, and then we also spoke about one more. Hmm? Yeah, among the Gandharvas, right? So, who is the famous singer among the Gandharvas? Chitravrata. Yes. Yeah, in the Bhakti Shastri exam, they will ask questions like that. They will give you the blank and you have to fill it in. Right? Did you do Bhakti Shastri?
Yes.
Did you have to do that?
We didn't get a question, I believe. It was mostly essay questions.
Oh, okay. Usually closed book, they will ask you these things. Alright? So, Uche Shravasam, what meaning? Uche Shravasam, Uche Shrava, Ashvanam, among horses, Vidi, no, Mam, me, Amrita Udbhavam, produced from the churning of the ocean. Airavatam, Airavata, Gajendra Indranam, of lordly elephants. Lost my voice. Naranam, among human beings. Cha, and Nara Adipam, the king. Translation. Of horses know me to be Uchai Shrava, produced during the churning of the ocean for nectar. Of lordly elephants I am Airavata, and among men I am the monarch. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The devotee demigods and the demons or asuras once took part in churning the sea. From this churning, nectar and poison were produced, and Lord Shiva drank the poison. From the nectar were produced many entities, of which there was a horse named Ucheshrava. Another animal produced from the nectar was an elephant named Airavata. Because these two animals were produced from nectar, they have special significance and they are representatives of Krishna. Amongst the human beings, the king is the representative of Krishna because Krishna is the maintainer of the universe. And the kings who are appointed on account of their godly qualification are maintainers of their kingdoms. Kings like Maharaj Yudhisthira Maharaj Parikshit, and Lord Brahma were all highly righteous kings who always thought of the citizens' welfare. In Vedic literature, the king is considered to be the representative of God. In this age, however, with the corruption of the principles of religion, monarchy decayed and is now finally abolished. It is to be understood that in the past, however, people were more happy under righteous kings. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamayam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Nitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So how many of you have got a set of Srimad Bhagavatam at home? Not many. Few of you. Anyway, if you have the Srimad Bhagavatam, if you don't have, you could probably borrow some volumes from here. We have several sets here in the temple. If you like to read the books, it's very good. So Srimad Bhagavatam is a higher study from the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is the basic knowledge. Sometimes Prabhupada would describe it as like ABC, whereas the Srimad Bhagavatam is like the graduate study. Bhagavad Gita, how many chapters in the Bhagavad Gita? How many chapters in Bhagavad Gita? Huh? How many? 18, yes. How many mantras in Ishopanishad? How many mantras in Ishopanishad? So much for your Bhakti Shastri. Can't even remember how many mantras in Ishopanishad. 18, famous. And how many slokas in Nectar of Instruction? Upadeshamrita. How many verses there? Bhakti Shastri. 11 slokas in Upadesh Amrita. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is the graduate study. It's how many cantos? Srimad Bhagavatam? Huh? 12 cantos, right? 12 cantos. How many slokas in Bhagavad Gita? 18 chapters? 700 slokas. How many verses in Srimad Bhagavatam? 18,000. 18,000. Prabhupada was saying, they would say just to study one verse, it will take maybe 1 month to study one verse, to study it fully. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Prabhupada's own spiritual teacher, had spoken on the very first verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam for 1 month. So Srila Prabhupada said, if to understand each verse and to explain it fully, it may take 1 month, each verse. So there are 18,000 verses, so you can reckon 18,000 months, which means how many years? 1,500 years. You have to live a long time. One can be that old. Has to be the other yuga, right? Not this yuga. So anyways, Srimad Bhagavatam describes about the demigods and the demons and how they, they're always fighting with each other, the demigods and the demons. Because the demons, they live in the lower region of the universe. And sometimes they come up to the higher regions and they conquer the demigods and they take over the heavenly planets. Because the demons are living in the lower region of the universe. And it's very dark there. There's no sun because it's in the bottom of the universe. So they don't get sunlight. Could you imagine Kuching with no sunlight? Just like you go to England, you can tell what it's like, practically. Very little sun. Prabhupada was in England, and they were asking Prabhupada, what is it like in hell? And Prabhupada said, oh, this is England. He said, this is hell. He said, every day cloudy, never see the sun. So the lower regions very dark, and the only light they have, the demons wear jewels on their heads, and from the jewels they are able to light the place. So often the demons are trying to conquer the demigods and take over the heavenly planets. But sometimes the Srimad Bhagavatam describes that, at least on one occasion, the demigods and the demons made a truce and they decided to work together. They wanted to produce nectar of immortality. The nectar of immortality. They wanted to produce some amrit, which they would live forever practically. They wouldn't die. And they were going to do it. To do it, they had to churn the ocean. Not the ordinary ocean, but the milk ocean. They had to churn the milk ocean. Srimad Bhagavatam describes how there are different types of oceans. There's an ocean of sugar cane juice, and there's an ocean of milk, and there's ocean, we know salt water ocean, but there's other kinds of oceans. So there's the milk ocean, and the demigods and the demons, they made a truce to churn the milk ocean to produce this nectar of immortality. If you go to Bangkok and you're in the airport there, the Suvarnabhumi airport, they have a huge exhibit of the demigods and the demons churning the milk ocean. the pastime is very famous, especially in Cambodia also. The Cambodian people, they give a lot of importance to that, and it's also there in this airport in Thailand, and they have it's very well done. It's life-size demigods and demons, and they're churning the milk ocean. And to churn the ocean, they didn't have a rope, but they used vashuki. They used the serpent. The serpent vashuki was used, and they were churning, and they had them bound around the Mandirachala mountain. So they had this mountain, and they had vashuki around the mountain, and the demigods were holding one end of the serpent, and the demons were holding the other end. And in this way they were pulling back and forth. But the mountain was so heavy, it was falling down. So then the Lord appeared in the form of Kurma, in the form of Kurma. And Kurma took the mountain on his back and supported the mountain while the demigods and the demons could churn the ocean and produce nectar. But what happened was, first of all, they produced the poison. What was it called? Halaha? The halaha brought some poison. And so what to do with the poison? So they requested Lord Shiva that you could drink the poison. So what would Parvati think? That her husband's going to drink the poison. But Parvati understood that her husband was a great soul, and she was happy that he was going to do that. Although usually the wife would think, oh no, don't you do it. But Parvati was happy. My husband, yeah, he can do that. He is very powerful. She knew the power of her husband. So Lord Shiva drank the poison, and when he drank the poison, then what happened? What color did his throat become? Blue. So he got the name Nilakanta. Yes. And because he drank the poison, it became very hot. If you drink poison, it puts a lot of heat in the body. So that's when he got that crescent moon on his head. Lord Shiva always wears the crescent moon. The moon is very cooling. And so the moon was put on the head of Lord Shiva to cool him because of drinking all the poison. So this is the benevolence of Lord Shiva, that he is very kind. He does these things for the benefit of others. Of course, when he was drinking the poison, he took it in his hand to drink, but a few drops fell down, and those few drops were taken by scorpions and poison snakes, some poison plants also. So they got it from the churning of the ocean, the poison which dropped from the hand of Lord Shiva. So the demigods and the demons, they got the nectar. They were churning. First they got the poison, and Lord Shiva drank the poison. And then after that, they kept churning, and then different entities were produced from the churning. Right? So we hear about Uchishrava. Uchishrava is a very special horse which happened to come out of the churning of the ocean. And that horse was given to Bali Maharaj. Do you know Bali Maharaj? Bali Maharaj? Who is Bali Maharaj? Huh? Yeah, he's Prahlad's what? Grandson. Yes. So he's a demon. Bali Maharaj is from the family of the demons, but they gave him this Ucheshrava. He got the horse. And then they kept churning and they got this Airavata. Airavata Gajendranam. He's a Gaja. Gaja means elephant, yes. We have in Srimad Bhagavatam the nice story about Gajendra Moksha. How the elephant Gajendra, the king of the elephants, got liberation. So here is Airavata. He also was produced from the churning of the ocean. And he was given to Indra, yes, king of heaven. So there were other elephants also produced when they were churning the milk ocean. Not something you would expect to come out of the ocean, you know? Yeah. But somehow, and the other things, who else came from the churning of the ocean? You know? Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, she came from the churning of the ocean. And she was thinking who to take for a husband, and she was looking at the men, no, not him, no, this. And she couldn't, and then already she took Lord Narayan for her husband. So everyone was happy that the goddess of fortune became the consort of Lord Narayan. So she came, and I was just looking at your Tulsi altar outside, and there's a notice there, and it said Tulsi also came from the churning of the milk ocean. So many different wonderful things all came from the churning of the milk ocean. It's a very nice pastime. It's in the 8th canto, canto 8 of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So these two creatures are famous, Ucheshrava and Airavata. We also hear about Airavata when Indra was fighting against the demon Vritasura. Vritasura was a big demon who was actually a devotee in his previous life. He was Chitraketu previously. So Chitraketu, Maharaj Chitraketu got cursed by Mother Parvati because Chitraketu was traveling and he came to the abode of Lord Shiva, and he happened to see Lord Shiva sitting in an assembly of great saintly persons. But Lord Shiva was sitting with his good wife Parvati, and Parvati was sitting on the lap of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was embracing his wife, and he was embracing her in the presence of many saintly and renounced people. So Chitraketu came there, and he was surprised to see this situation, and he laughed. And so Mother Parvati didn't like it, and she thought, you don't know how to respect my husband. You don't deserve to be a king. You should become a demon. So she cursed him to become a demon. So Chitraketu, being cursed by Mother Parvati, he offered his obeisances to her. And he said, thank you, Mother. When you get cursed, you can also respond, right? Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji, for cursing me. So Mother Chitraketu was surprised that, oh, he didn't get angry, because usually you curse someone, you think they'll get angry, or they'll be upset. But Chitraketu just said, thank you, Mother. And Mother Parvati was shocked, and she asked her husband, why is he not disturbed? And Lord Shiva told his wife, Narayana parastave nakutasjanya vidyate swarga apavarga narakesh vapitu yatadarshana. That those who have taken shelter of the Supreme Lord, like Lord Narayan, that they're not afraid of anything. They see heaven and hell and liberation all the same. They don't make any distinction between one place and the other. I said, this is the greatness of the devotees of Lord Narayan. So Mother Parvati was instructed like that. Anyway, Chitraketu got cursed, and so he took birth as the demon Vritasura. He was actually born in the Brahmana family. There had been some cheating going on. Indra had hired a Brahmana. Well, first of all, Indra had lost his guru, Brihaspati. And so they asked Lord Brahma what to do. And so he recommended another Brahmana. He said, this is a powerful man, he could be a priest for you. So Indra hired him, but it turned out the person who he hired to be his priest, that he was from a mixed birth. The father was from the side of the Devas, but the mother was from the side of the demons. You get things like that, mixed birth, the father's from one side, mother's from the other side. So this man, he was a son, he had feelings for both the demigods and the demons. So he was supposed to offer oblations in favor of the demigods, but he would also offer oblations in favor of the demons. So when Indra found out, Indra was very angry, and Indra killed him. But when he killed him, then the father of this man who was killed by Indra, he did another yajna to produce a son who could kill Indra, or who would be the enemy of Indra. So he got this big demon, Vrita. Vrita means spread everywhere. It means it's very big size. It was spread everywhere. A very ferocious, frightening looking demon. And when he appeared, the demigods, when they saw him coming, they just ran, or they were just terrified. They'd never seen such a ferocious looking demon with the copper-colored hair and carrying his trident. So this was Chitraketu. In one life he was a king, next life he became this demon, Vritasura. So Indra had to fight him. So Indra didn't know how to fight him. So he thought, I'll go to Lord Narayan, and I'll ask Lord Narayan to fight him. He thought, Indra thought, I won't be able to defeat him myself. Lord Narayan will have to come himself and kill him. So he went to see Lord Narayan, but Lord Narayan said, oh no, I'm not going to kill him. You want to kill him? You kill him yourself. The Lord Narayan said, I'm not going to kill him. You do your own dirty work. Because he was the son of a Brahmin. Although he was in the body of a demon, he was coming from the Brahmana family. So to kill a Brahmana is not very good, you know, it's a very bad thing. So the Lord said, I'm not going to kill him. You want to kill him, you kill him yourself. But he said, anyway, he said, you know, you need help, so you can go to, there's one man, there's a yogi, there's a great soul named Dadichi. And Dadichi, he may be able to help you. He said, because to kill this demon, you need to make a weapon. And you to make this weapon to kill this demon, you need to get the bones from the body of a great yogi. If you can get the bones from the body of a great person, then you can use their bones to make a weapon, to make the braja, Indra's weapon, the braja, the thunderbolt weapon, and this way you can kill the demon. So Indra had to go to Dadichi. If you go to Naimisharanya, have you been to Naimisharanya? Did you ever go Naimisharanya? You know Naimisharanya? You heard the name? Naimisharanya, where the Sutta Goswami met with all the sages, 88,000 sages. They were doing yagya for the Kali Yuga. So Dadichi's ashram is there at Naimisharanya. You'll see, just beside Naimisharanya, there's the ashram of Dadichi Muni. So Indra had to go there to see Dadichi, and he had to ask Dadichi, please, can you give the bones from your body? What do you think, Prabhu? Would you like to give the bones from your body? So Indra had to ask Dadichi. Dadichi looked at him and said, oh, you want the bones from my body? Don't you know the body is the thing we're most attached to? Is it? You rascal. You're attached to the body. You should be detached. We have to become detached from the body, right? Don't be attached. Yet, but the body is the thing we're most attached to. We'll give up so much money for the body. You pay the doctors for the body. So Dadichi was actually a great yogi. He was very rich in doing tapasya. But he wanted to hear philosophy from Indra. So he was testing Indra. He said to Indra, oh, come on, the body, you want me to give the bones from my body? That's the thing we're most attached to. So Indra said to Dadichi, he said, well, you know, he said, I know sometimes it's difficult to give charity, but you should know also sometimes it's difficult to ask for charity. Right? Sometimes you get some people, they don't like to ask for charity, you know. If you ask some devotee, you go and sell books, you know, they feel shy. Some people, they don't like to approach people to ask for money to sell a book. They're not very good. They're not very bold. So Indra was saying, I know sometimes it's difficult to give charity, but it's also difficult sometimes to ask charity. So Dadichi said, oh, very good, yes, all right. I will give the bones from my body. So Dadichi gave up his body, and Indra got the bones from his body, and he used the bones to make his braja weapon, the braja weapon, and used that weapon to fight Vritasura. And he killed Vritasura. Well, even that is controversial. Did he kill Vritasura? At one point, he was fighting Vritasura. He cut off his one arm, then he cut off another arm. Vritasura had no arms left, but he was so big, he opened his mouth and swallowed Indra. He just swallowed him right inside. So Indra entered into the belly of Vritasura. But Indra was protected because he had his weapon and he had been chanting Narayan Kavacha. By chanting Narayan Kavacha, no harm could come to him. You chant Narayan Kavacha? It's in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Narayana Kavacha. Kavacha, shield, right? Armor, protect us. So Lord Narayan can protect us from danger. So Indra was, although he was swallowed into the body of Vritasura, Vritasura then sat down, went into samadhi and left the body. And Indra was still inside the body. He cut his way out with the weapon. And he cut his way out. He came out from the belly of Vritasura. And then he cut off the head of Vritasura. And it took him 1 year to cut off the head of Vritasura. So, in this way, but what happened when they were fighting, Indra was on Airavrata. He was riding Airavrata, the elephant. And he was thinking, I'm on Airavrata, I will be powerful. But Vritasura was so powerful, he just pushed Airavrata, pushed him back many yards, and knocked off. He hit Airavrata with his trident. Airavrata was all bleeding. So Airavrata, he got beaten by this Vritasura. But because Indra was there, so Indra had some powers, he could heal with his magic powers, could protect. So Airavrata was saved. Anyway, that's one example about Airavrata, the great elephant, Indra's elephant. Prabhupada's purport, mainly he's speaking about the last part of man, I am the monarch. Naranam chara naradipam. Naranam, among men, I am the monarch. So the king is always given, of course, special honor, special respect is given to the king, because he's the representative of God. Prabhupada said monarchy is finished. At least in India, monarchy is finished. But they still have kings here in Malaysia. You have rulers. In England also, we have a king. The Queen died recently, and then her son became the king. But we used to, I remember when I was young, that we had the custom, they always sang the national anthem. And the national anthem is something like, God save our gracious king, or God save our gracious queen, something like this, So the queen is, or the king, they're given very special honor and respect. One time, there was one university, and the queen went to visit that university. And there were some students there who were very rebellious. And when the queen came to visit there, they actually wrote placards up, down with the queen, we don't want the queen. And it was it got so much criticism that those students who did that, they were put out of the university. They were expelled, and they were even thinking to close the whole university because of what had happened. So giving respect to the monarch is such an important issue that if we don't show that respect, then it's a crime. In Thailand, they have also a king, And if you say anything bad about the king, they take you to court and you can be put in jail or punished or fined. It's a serious crime. Sometimes there was a case, there was one German man and he was maybe drinking or something and he said, that guy, he said something very nasty about the king, and so he got arrested. The police, somebody called the police, and the police came and arrested him, and he was taken to court. But when the case came to court, the king dropped charges against him. The king was merciful, but it doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes people get punished. So the monarch is the representative of God, the representative of Krishna. But they have a duty to perform. Just like in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna describes. Well, yad yada chariti shrishta, tat tat eva tarojana. Sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Whatever actions are performed by the leaders, then other people will follow. Whatever standards they set by their behavior will influence the people. So the position of the king is very important. The Lord Krishna says, he gives an example, he said, first of all he talks about Janaka, that Maharaj Janak. Have you been to Nepal? Did you go to Janakpur? Did you go to Janakpur? You been there? Yeah? Janakpur? No? You went where? Muktinath. You didn't go to Janakpur? Oh. Anyway, Maharaj Janak, his place is there. And he was a great king. But he always did his duty. He was not a lazy person. He set a high example, a great example for others. He would give charity, and he would give charity profusely to people. He would give so much charity. He was very generous. And he was a strict ruler. If there were infidels and dacoits, he would come and he'd deal with them. He didn't let the situation go to hell. He was very careful, very cautious to govern the kingdom and to protect his people. So Lord Krishna, in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he's talking about working in a detached manner, and he gives an example about great souls who really, they don't have any duty to do, but still they engage in work. And he gives the example of Janak Maharaj, and then he gives the example of his own self. And Lord Krishna said, and even I am engaged in activities. Although I am the Lord of all the world, and I don't have anything really to do, but I'm engaged in activities. Why? Because it's important to show the example for others. So the king has that responsibility. The monarch, they have a very great responsibility. Actually, Prabhupada writes that all the leaders of society have that responsibility. The father has the duty to show the example to the family. The head of the company, the head of the state, politicians, they all have that duty. And brahmanas, they have to show the example to other people. And our Krishna consciousness movement is also meant for that. We have to show an example to the society. What is the proper standard of behavior? So the monarch, particularly someone's a monarch of a country, it's a very big position. They have a great responsibility to set the highest standard in terms of character and behavior, and morality and religious principles. So this monarch is said to be representative of Lord Krishna. And Prabhupada talks about the wonderful example of Lord Rama and Maharaj Yudhisthira and Maharaj Parikshit. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, we read about Maharaj Parikshit as the monarch. He was ruling, going around the kingdom. He was not just sitting back in his palace and sending people out to go around, but he would go around himself. And when he saw somebody who was dealing nastily with the cow and the bull, he was ready to kill that person. Maharaj Parikshit came across a person dressed like a king, but he could understand immediately that this person was not actually a king, that he was a Sudra, but he was dressed like a king. He was wearing a crown, and he had a sword in his hand, and he was threatening the cow who was standing with tears in her eyes. And there was a bull standing on only a portion of one leg, trembling. So when Maharaj Parikshit saw this, he was shocked that in his kingdom anyone would dare to abuse a cow. And he was immediately ready to kill that person. But the personality of Kali surrendered to him. So Maharaj Parikshit then said, all right, but you can only stay where there is meat eating, intoxication, gambling, and illicit sex. You can only stay where these activities are going on. But the personality of Kali said, oh, then I have nowhere to stay, because I know there's in your kingdom none of these activities are going on. So you've not given me any real place to stay, because there's nowhere where these things are going on in your kingdom. So you have to give me some other concession. So then Maharaj Parikshit said, then you can stay where there is hoarding of gold, where people are keeping more wealth than is actually necessary for their maintenance. And where there is hoarding of wealth, then all the sinful activities will come. So we see that wherever there's economic development, improvement in the financial condition, the people become more sinful. The world doesn't become better, rather it becomes worse. And we go more down to hell. Anyway, this is the situation in the world. And monarchs are actually, as Prabhupada points out, monarchs are actually monarchy is a very good system to rule a country. We don't have kings with power really. Although you have kings here in Malaysia, they don't have any power. They're not ruling. And similarly also in England and in Thailand, although they may have monarchs, they don't have power. You know, they're just given some honor, some position, but they're not, in terms of actually ruling the country, they don't do anything. But Prabhupada said that the monarch is actually a good system. It's actually good to have a monarch rather than politicians. Because politicians, if someone's a king, they have some piety to actually take birth like that into such a royal family. Just like when Maharaj Parikshit was born, you can read in the Srimad Bhagavatam, at the birth of Maharaj Parikshit, they brought the astrologers, the brahmanas, and they wanted to know what are the qualities of this child. What's he going to be like once he grows up? And from the birth chart, the astrologers could predict what is the nature of the child, what kind of qualities he will have. So they told how Maharaj Parikshit would be very great king, very wonderful, with all kinds of good qualities. So somebody who's born in that kind of background, they have to have had some piety from their previous life to be born into the family of royalty. And that indicates that they will be more powerful and they can be a good example for others. Lord Rama was such a great king. He ruled the world for thousands of years, and people always talk about Rama Raja, that they want to have another ruler like Lord Rama. He was such a great ruler that people loved him so much. It is said in the times of Lord Rama, people would come to see him every day, and they would come and offer their obeisances to him. So there was this one Brahmana, he was very devoted to Lord Rama, and every morning he would come and go to see Lord Rama, offer his obeisances. But sometimes Lord Rama would go out around the kingdom. He'd go and travel around the kingdom to make sure everything was going on nicely. So if the Brahmana could not see Lord Rama, he would fast. He would not take any food. And he would remain fasting until Lord Rama returned. And he would only take food once Lord Rama returned. So when Lord Rama heard about this, Lord Rama was shocked to think that somebody is doing like that. So Lord Rama then gave a deity of his own self to the man. And he told the Brahmana, he said, you just worship my deity. And in this way, this is as good as my presence. And that deity is still being worshipped today at Udupi, in the temple of Madhvacharya there in Udupi. And so worshipping the deity is non-different from the Lord. Those of you who have deities, you should worship very carefully. We want to try to have very nice standards in deity worship. The Lord appears in the deity form. So, of men I am the monarch. Lord Krishna comes in the form of the king. We have to see Lord Krishna present in so many different ways in this world. Right? We said when we drink water, that I am the taste in water. I am the light of the sun and the moon. The syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. Right? Of beasts, who is Lord Krishna?
Lion.
The lion. Of mountains. Huh? Mountains I am? Meru. Yes. And of rivers I am? Ganges. Yes. Among the demons I am? Prahlad. Yes. And what was some more? Okay. There are many opulences there. I think something Lord Krishna has mentioned more than 60 in the course of Bhagavad Gita. So especially from the elements, we can understand Krishna. The sound in ether, the taste in water, the light of the fire, the original fragrance of, I am the original fragrance of, Where does the fragrance come from? From Where does the flower come from? From the earth. I am the original fragrance of the earth. Earth scents. Scents, you know, you get perfumes, it's all coming from the earth, you see. Original fragrance of the earth. So everything is coming from Krishna. We just have to understand nicely. Okay, so just to finish, we'll just sing one song. You can all join. You know, Sri Nam Kirtan, Yasomati Nan, you know? Yasomati Nandana Prajaparanakaram Gokularangana Yasomati Nandana Prajaparanakaram
whenever there's a newcomer, we welcome them. We present them to the Prabhupada books. Okay. Today we have one new guest. India. What's it?
Hare Krishna.
He is from Alostar and Kedah. From Kedah, and he used to go to the center, the Iskcon center there.
Oh.
So he saw he saw Maharaj in Facebook. His class and all. So he came today.
Welcome. Very nice.
Thank you.
So let us chant 3 times Haribol.
Is it, you know Nanda Goranga, is it? Or Palaka? There's 2 centers there in the Ulster.
He just used to go there.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, thank you for the. Okay.
So before we end our program, so Maharaj will give sweets. So those who want to give darshana can do so. At the same time, come in families so that all of you can take pictures together with Maharaj. Alright, Hare Krishna.